Guys, it's Nadine with Keep Hope Alive. Today we have a special edition that is very close to our hearts, okay? So, as a mother and having two kiddos, we want the best for them. But I'm going to focus on one kiddo right now because we had something happen recently to where this needs to be brought through an awareness. So I just wanted to kind of share what happened with boys, of course, or girls. We do put them in sports sometimes, and we watch them grow and learn how to do things. So this is about a youth football group, and it's wonderful. I mean, it is wonderful because our coaches are amazing. Like they have done this, they have played ball, they have their heart dedicated to teach all these boys what they have learned over the years. And it's greatly appreciated from all the parents. So, all right, let's get started. So, this is a youth group, as I mentioned, and we had practiced for fall football for 10 weeks now. Okay. So, that being said, that means it was Monday, Tuesday, sometimes Wednesdays, Thursday. We had Friday off, and then Saturday is our games. So we just started the season, and the boys through that hot Texas heat, that is the most important thing. They went through it, and I am telling you, it's dedication from the boys, it's dedication for the coaches, and it's dedication for the parents. Okay. So we all play this special role in our kids' life to give them what their passion is. So, of course, being in sports, we are going to go the extra mile, and we are going to be there as their biggest cheerleader to help them out too. So, I want to talk about the team frame. I use my hands a lot when I talk. So, the framing of this, when you were putting somebody into a sports league, you do look to see who the coaches are, what is their background, what is their skills. Then you put your kiddo through that and see how they do. In this case, we have very great coaches. Like I mentioned, I'm going to say they're great coaches all the time. And we look at this, okay? And they set it up for all skills training. And not only that, this coach will go above and beyond and take it to the next level and help the boys learn etiquette. So there's some classes we do like community functions, just like parades. We are out there, we are waving, and we are supportive of our team. We definitely have bonded. The boys, there's over 23 of them or 25, but they have bonded. We have become a family. And just being the outside watching in, when the boys are playing together, they have the skills, I guess I'm trying to say. They are learning from the coaches, but they're also learning about each other and how they can help each other on the field also by like, hey, this is the play, but this is what we're going to do. I want to bring it in together because I know from my view, I'm just going to talk about my view, okay, right now. And maybe the parents, because we had a meeting recently, but with the view, when our kids are picking each other up and running all over the field and they are running back and forth, to have races, and they talk about their school and being on track too. Some may play basketball, and they are definitely forming a bond. They're talking about sports, they're talking about each other, what goes on at school, what they're eating at home. I hear it all. So definitely, parents, you do a great job. You do a wonderful job raising these boys and girls. Okay. So I'm going to put that in there. So we have this wonderful girl too in our group, and she is amazing. So, hey, I'm hoping you're watching this because definitely being in a team full of boys and you're the girl in there, I could never do it. That's just me talking, but you are amazing. But everybody else is amazing too. We all have those certain traits and everything. So, talking about that, there's loyalty also. So, and we have to have trust. But another thing is we have to have faith. And for what brings me here, I could not sleep last night. Okay. This is an awareness. Our boys have started already playing fall football. And last Saturday, I don't want to give too much detail or name names or anything. We were playing a game. The first thing we noticed, the other team had bigger boys. Okay. They were tall, six pack, one of them. I mean, kudos, definitely. But the boys overseeing it, they were like, "Ah, they're tall, they're big. What's going to happen to us?" And it was that I listened to. But also, I'm going to admit, in my head, can our boys and girls pick them out? Can they try to do this? Now, it's not up to me, but it is up to the coaches also to see what is going on and if they want to play that game. So we have our boys go out there and I gotta say, girl, they tried their best and did well. But when we were watching this game, we were seeing things happening as they were playing. And I should have got tissues because this is a hard topic for me. We noticed that they were a lot taller. Some of them were heavier weight, but it gave us that feeling like, are they older than our boys? Are they, can they crush us? I think we all thought that, but we were there to support them no matter what. The game started, the game was going great. But this time, it wasn't so great. And that's the honest to God truth. And I hope, as I say, keep hope alive. I hope you will watch me on my podcast and understand why this is so important to the parents in getting this fixed and getting this addressed. Okay. The other team, they were good. There's no question about it. For me, watching my son play, he had one play, but he was trying to tackle and he got dragged across the field for like 5 yards. I'm like, okay, I think that's normal. That was me. That was like, okay, he's not hurt. He's not looking at this or whatsoever. And then I saw and I heard the other team's coach. He did make a comment that I overheard. So for me, being, yay, boys, come on, we got this. I heard, we're going to bring them down, grab them by the legs, drag them down. So, of course, me, I'm just like, they're going to grab you by the legs and you need to be prepared and watch this too. And I hope they heard that. I don't know. My voice is so loud. Whether or not they heard, I don't know. They played their game. We had injuries that day. But before the injuries, I believe it was before. No, wait, let me go back. I'm sorry, I'm trying to work this out. And also, I know that we called the game because our kids were getting injured. There was only, I think, three, okay? Three kiddos that got injured. And I am glad that we were able to express this to the coaches. I know I had to get out of my seat a couple times. I wanted to check on the boys and make sure they were okay and stuff. And they were like, yeah, they kept going and going. But I don't know what happened. The other team's coach came across the field and started yelling at our coaches. And it wasn't good. It was, what is going on? They also, that coach verbally, okay, quote, quote, yelled at two of the mothers, and they were the coach's wives. My question is, you don't go across the field to yell. That's childish. That's immature. You didn't talk like a grown up. You just yelled and yelled and yelled at these ladies. Of course, they're going to go get back to your own side. It was sad to watch you yelling and then having your assistant coach come and get you and pull you back to your side. Talk about blood pressure going up and all the parents, right? So they get back and we start playing again. There was a play that none of us will ever forget. Now, we reviewed it. It was a play where, how do I put this? In the eyes of the video, it was done okay. Okay. I'm just going to call it okay. Now, we'll never probably know exactly what happened with him going back. If he gave some encouraging words to his players or it was like, go after. Can't say it was either one. But our kiddo went down and his leg is broken. Was it a taller kid? I believe so. Seeing this from my point of view, turn my head, look at the field, see kid down. Nobody was taking a knee right away like they should. But I saw the coach over there. Way to go. I saw. Do you know what it's like to hear a kid in pain wailing on the top of his lungs? He can't move. He's on the ground. Your boys are walking around. I don't remember you guys taking a knee. All I remember is slow motion that you came over having a hissy fit, yelling at the ladies and yelling at the coaches. I remember walking up to our main coach and making sure that he was going to be able to get back on the side. When our boy was carried, there were like administrative people there, but they were hanging out with the other team. We did not know that that guy was trying to help us out too. We were stuck. We thought this guy was going to come over and yell, and I'll never forget what he said. I'm the one who's helping you out. I called 911 to get people here right away. Jimmy, good. That was the right thing to do. Now, we did hear that the coach, after that happened, we got our boy to the side. Oh boy, you were just cussing like a storm in front of the parents to your kids, your players. My question is, don't you sign a contract or something? You can't do that. What gives you the right to have a foul mouth in front of your kids that play for you? No. No knee, foul mouth, running across the field. You got suspended for 1 day? And our moms stood up to you. You're a bully. Number one, you are. But our moms got suspended. They fell under attack. What are they going to do? They're going to protect their family. They're thinking of their husband, the other coaches. And then they are thinking about their kiddos and protecting them. And then they are thinking of the kid who is down that needs emergency help. Okay, let's go through this. I was torn, seeing all that, seeing the parents stand up and try to get the other team because all they wanted to do is just come and be like, we did call the game. We got our kids off the field. There is no more playing. Okay. So there is no more. But we got our kids. We ended the game. The coach was mad over on the other side. Again, of course, imagine that. We want to protect our kids, but that coach is showing what is wrong with you and da 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 da, and how could you do this? Okay, turn the tables around, dude. What if it was your kid? I don't even know if you have a kid playing on your team, but what if you were in our shoes? You're going to be protective too. I'm glad that game was called. Good, good. Our kids are safer. You know what? I'm sorry. I'm starting to get a running nose. I'm trying not to cry here. I tell everybody this story right now because we didn't know. Kids looked older on the team. We don't know their ages, but now we are alert to that. Okay. We have our eyes wide open. This has been reported. They are doing an investigation. The 911 paramedics got there. There's a few moms that helped. I remember seeing one of the moms over. I see another parent having the medical tape. And I was telling the boy, just breathe in, breathe out. Pain, that's a hard one. Did you know it's affecting him mentally now too? Because he can't play. You have a broken leg, and he probably is seeing this all play out. Parents were hurt and denial and shock that this could ever happen. I had to make sure that the other boys, okay, they were doing okay. But you know what? They were crying. They were crying. And yesterday, we got them back on the field, but they can all see what happened. There's a movie that I watched, and it's called Facing the Giants. I think that movie really helped me, okay? It helped me see that we cannot give up as a team. Everybody needs to be there for our teammate that got injured. We can show and power through this, but we're more alert. If we go to other games, every parent is going to be looking to see if the kids are bigger. I don't even know why. Like, we need to have referees trained or something. Like, we need to be able to go to a ref and go, hey, do you have a roster? Do you know the ages of these kids? There has to be a change, okay? This goes for any team out there. There has to be a change to where we know coaches, hey, we need to get the boys confirmed. They need to see their school stuff. They need the birth certificate. We got to have the kids equal, same size. I know there's bigger kids. I really do. And they're the same age. They can be in that team. I definitely know that. Okay. But this is not good. Now, I am grateful for one thing also that I was able to go through, and that was a company called Life on Record. And it was just a way the boys and the girl can connect, okay? Connect with our kiddo who is in the hospital in pain. They were able to call my number and leave messages for him that we will get burned into a little box for him. So with Life on Record, you can call in, do a 30-minute, conversation. You could do 10 minutes, whatever, but you're able to get this, okay? And get it on box, a record, whatever would work. For my case, I'm burning everything on a record. I am grateful for Life on Record right now. I am going to put it together and get it put together for this boy who went down. Now, we had another kiddo hurt his hand really bad. It's no good. We have another one that got, I think, a concussion. I think I can say this for every other parent too. What if we continued to play that team that was just knocking, dragging us down, It would have been really, 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 really bad. Okay. Yeah, I'm gonna just tell you that. Our boys and girl have dedication, you know, they need to be heard. Every team needs to be heard. If they are looking at a team before they're going to play and they feel that they are a little nervous or feeling uncomfortable about one kid, we're going to listen from now on. And we're going to go and say, hey, you know what? We need to see this because this kiddo looks a lot older in this team. You have a team that is family that are all going to stick up for each other. And it goes same for the coaches and it goes the same for all the parents. You are being heard. I want you guys to know that. This podcast, I hope, will make you realize in the team of football players that just went out there and gave it their all, got injured. There is not one person there that does not think the kids might have been older. Can we start playing youth sports if we get this gut instinct now that if we feel maybe somebody's not supposed to be there, can we check it? Can we go online to an app and check it? We're playing against these people. I want to know about the coaches. That's how I feel. Are they short-tempered? Have they had any other things happen? Who are we putting out there? That's a good question. Who are we putting out there? Every parent, trust our coach. We know our coaches. We don't know other coaches. And because we don't know that had to be embarrassing for the other team to see their own coach run over and do that. Those poor wives. Are you hearing me? Why did they have to get yelled at? You have 3 men coaches But you went to the women, even when our kiddos went back, okay? Well, he went through the ambulance and all that and left to go to the hospital. Do you know how many of us were actually scared to walk to our cars? Me and another mom, we noticed that there was two people to the left when we got there, but we heard a lot of talk. We saw things with that car too that needs to be addressed. I'm not going to bring it up here. You know what? I'm going to bring it up here. I'm going to bring it up. If you're at a kids event, do not bring alcohol. No, save that for home or go to a bar after the game. But being on a premises, no way. No way. The kids don't need it. We don't need to see that. So with the pain. Can you imagine if it was you? Can you imagine if you said, I want to be a pro football player and I am going to sign up and take my life and do this? And then knowing that you are going to go into middle school the next year and you get to try. You get to try out and do more football because it's all the skills that you learned came from an awesome coach and an awesome team. Our kiddo may not ever have that chance. He's in a wheelchair also right now, probably crutches soon. How's he going to play? Okay. How is he going to play? I'm going to start with this. That's an expense. Okay. We know our kids can get hurt on the football field. We already know that. But what we saw, the clapping, the running over, don't ever, ever. You talk calmly. If you have an issue, you talk calmly. Okay. Enough said about that. Our medical expense for the ambulance coming out there, what therapy is he going to need? I started GoFundMe for the 3 kids that got hurt. I'm going to put it on my website also, and you can find it on Facebook too. If you search up Keep Hope Alive podcast.com, you'll find it. Keep Hope Alive podcast on Facebook. We got to help our kids. We just do. Every parent, I went through denial and shock when I was trying to help out. Next day, cried. All the parents just want answers. That's all they ever wanted is, what can we do? How can this be addressed? How? How can we be heard? Please watch the movie, Facing the Giants. Talks about dedication, loyalty to the team. We have things that happen in life, but we can't take them on to the field. Boys, girl, look up to the coaches. I'm going to leave it on this note. Okay. because everybody's different. Everybody is. This is more for a league right now to see what changes can be done. Have open communication. What is it? A meal train started for this parent for her kiddo. It's going to take a lot more than that. It's going to take counseling too. I'm looking into the future. What could happen? I hope and pray that this podcast right now, the one I love dearly, of course, can help you. Okay. Also, Life on Record, boys have called in. They have left true, meaningful messages. I'm going to get that for our kiddo that went down. He can listen to that and it will give him some peace, but not all the peace in the world. To the parents, we came together with the coaches and we made the decision to continue. I know and I respect the other parents. It's hard. It really is. It's very hard. I don't hold anything against anybody because this is a tragic moment. Suspension. Why do our two moms, why are they suspended? Because they stood up for something that's right? They shouldn't be suspended. They should be awarded. You don't let evil win in this world. Why would you? Why would you? And what we see and we talk, we're healing now. We had to make the decision to keep the team together and have that bond. But it's going to be up to the parents now. We're going to keep our eyes, going to Band-Aid, eyes wide open. I decided to do this. Me. Has nothing to do with the team, but me. We all need closure. We all need to get together and be nice to each other during any game. If somebody calls the game, you don't get mad. You don't scream. You don't argue. You don't do it in front of young kids. What example is that showing our kids? It's not a good one at all. But for me, I'm going to work harder to get this message out. And I want parents to really have their eyes open when their kids are playing in a sport. Know who you're going against. This is the truth. The truth. There's always going to be something. There's always going to be challenges in the world, and it's how well you can get through it. I thank you for listening to this podcast episode. And I hope and I pray that people, when you have your kiddos in sports, always be alert. If you would like to help donate anything to the medical fund, I'm going to have a GoFundMe. It's www.keephopealivepodcast.com. If you feel like you want to leave a message, I have a phone number, 833-780-HOPE. Together, we're united. We're a team. Till next time, we'll have other great things, positive things to talk about. Thank you, and bye.